Okay, Isabella, thank you so much for showing me the rails way in the hallway. Being safe, respectful, and responsible all the way here. I noticed that about you.
Mm-hmm.
So how's your afternoon been so far?
Good.
I'm glad to hear it. So Isabella, we're meeting up today to talk about your word reading growth. You've been coming here with Miss Gorman the past 3 weeks. You remember? We've been coming in here to do 1 minute of reading and kind of test in time and see how far and how high you've gotten in reading your words per minute.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And you've had such a great attitude and you've been such a hard worker, and I want you to know that I noticed that too. So before we start talking about everything together, I wanted to know what you think your strengths are as a reader.
My strengths?
Yeah, what I mean is what do you think makes you a good reader?
Well, I try my best and use my sounds for words, and I ask you for help when I get stuck.
Yes, I agree with you. Those are strengths for you, Isabella. So we're going to take a look at your growth today together, and I have 2 things to show you this afternoon. One is a ladder graph, which you'll see on the wall. Do you see my ladder that I made? And one is a graph on a piece of paper, which we'll look at later. So first we'll use the ladder graph, and then we'll look at the paper graph, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Isabella, do you know what a graph is and what it's used for?
Showing dots and numbers and lines.
Mm-hmm. You're on the right track. Graphs are great tools for teachers and students, and they can show us numbers in different ways, in picture ways. Maybe on like a ladder or a line graph to show how numbers go up and go down. We call that increase and decrease. And so today we're going to look at your word fluency scores and to see how you've been doing. And we'll do that together, okay? Now, one thing I'll mention is that even if a score goes down, that's okay, because the next time there's another chance for it to go up again. Isabella, what is a ladder used for? You see my ladder on the wall. What do we use a ladder for?
We climb it so we can see things high up.
Exactly. And I have a ladder to show how your learning ladder has been going up and up as we've been practicing our reading. When we use a regular ladder outside, do we jump up the whole thing at once to the top?
No.
No. What would happen if we did that?
We fall off and break our leg.
Yeah, that could definitely happen. That would not be safe, would it?
No, my brother broke his leg last year.
Oh, I know. Those kind of things happen. And it's important to be very safe when we're using things like a ladder. You're right. So the top of the ladder is the goal, where we want to get to. And let's see where second graders like you, where we would want to be at the end of the second grade year with reading words per minute. Do you know what number is at the top for the goal for second grade? You don't know that number?
No.
That's okay. We can figure it out together. How does that sound? I see that the numbers on the side of the ladder are going up by tens. Can you help me count by tens? Let's do it. Ready? 0, 10, 20,
40,
30, 40, 50, 60, and it's not quite to 70. This is 66 words per minute. Okay, that's the second grade goal. All right, so let's see your scores, Isabella. When we started, we did 3 probes together at the same time. Do you remember doing 3 days in a row? We did a probe, and the next day a probe, and the next day a probe. So here were your scores. The first time we took it, you got a 39. So I'll give you that dot, and you can see I put some orange X's on here. Can you put your 39 on the first X right here? That's your score. 39 is almost, it's 1 away from 40. And then, guess what? The next day when we took it, you got a 39 again. Here's
Lucky
your
number.
Yeah, it's a lucky number. So 39 and 39, and your third score on the third day was a 30, what's that last number we see?
8.
8, 38. So you can put that on your graph. What do you notice about your scores so far, Isabella?
Well, they're kind of the same, and then it goes down a little bit.
Yes, that's just what we want to see. Now we can tell where Isabella's, where your scores, where your beginning spot is. They all landed in about the same area. That's a great starting point. All right. The next time we took your probe was on April 12th. And your score, I'd like you to try to read this number by yourself.
42.
42, that's correct. Can you point with your finger where you think 42 goes? That's right. Can you put your sticker on? Nice work. Your score went up. And then on April 23rd, we took it again, and you got a
44.
44. Is that number bigger or smaller?
Bigger.
Even bigger. So you can see we started, there was something that we did in between these 3 scores and these 2 scores. I did something with you and Braden and Chloe. Do you remember what we did to help us grow in our reading skills?
We went to small group.
Yeah.
And we talked about word sounds, and you showed us the arm blending.
Yes.
And the car driving the words.
Yes, and all of those helped you, and we can see your scores went up to 42 and 44. It shows that it was working, what we were doing. And that's great. So, let's see here. Do you remember what we said, Isabella, about scores that go down sometimes?
Well, I don't like them, but they can go up next time.
Yep, that's right. Even if they go down, they can go up next time. So we have one more job to do, Isabella, today, and that's to decide a goal for the next time that we do a reading probe, okay? Can you help me do that together? Because I'd like to hear what you think too. We want to choose a just right goal that's not too high and it's not too low. It's just right, okay? So, and we'll use our ladder graph to help us do that. What do you think, Isabella? Because remember we said ladders, we don't jump up super high from bottom to top. We probably should not say this is a goal up here for next time, right? What do you think is a just right goal? This is where you were last time. What do you think?
Maybe 50?
Can you point to where 50 is? That's 50. I agree with your goal, Isabella. That's a very great goal. It's the next step on the ladder, too. That's a great idea. Okay, so for word fluency, you want your goal to be 50. So I'm going to put a red dot this time because that's where you want to be next time. How do I write 50?
50.
50.
I like that number.
Yeah. Halfway to 100, right?
Why is this one red?
Well, it's our goal for next time. The yellow ones are the ones we've done before. The red one is the one we want to do. That's our goal, where you want to be. I like your goal. Okay, so that's your red dot. I'm going to show you one more thing, Isabella, on, remember I said I had 2 things to show you, a ladder graph, and on my paper, I have a line graph. This looks a lot different, doesn't it? There's a lot of numbers and words and dots. But what do you see up here at the top?
A blue line.
A blue line. Hey, there's a blue line up here. 66 words per minute, and that's on this graph too. So it looks like these 3 dots that are close together, what do you think looks the same? on your ladder graph? Where were 3 dots close together? Oh, so that's the same. 39, 39, and 38. And then on April 12th, we did a 42. And then the next one was
44.
44. And your goal, I'm going to put it on here with pen because you've chosen your goal, 50. So May 1st, I'm going to slide up here and I'm going to draw a dot to show on May 1st, Isabella wants to have a 50. And your line, these ones aren't connected, but if we were to make a connecting line, I'll draw as straight a line as I can. They started down here and then it went up a little bit and a little bit more. And now your goal will take you even higher, closer and closer to your blue goal. Okay? Isabella, you did a fantastic job. I am proud of how far you've come in your reading. And just want you to know that. And I'm looking at the clock now and it seems like it's time to go back to class. High five for your hard work. And we're ready to go. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.